So I actually got these headphones from my sister. She asked me to take a look at them because for some reason the sound on the right cup was not producing any sound when hooked up through Bluetooth wireless. And so I took a look, and even when connecting with the headphone jack, it did have some issues. Sometimes it worked if you plugged it in a certain way. Other times only one side would work. So after evaluating it, I found out that it was a problem with the headphone jack. So I ended up doing a repair on these, and I removed the headphone jack. As you can see here, it's gone. So I ended up removing the headphone jack from these headphones, and you can see here, this is the headphone jack on the board that it's kind of soldered onto. I went ahead and cut the wires. So as you can see, they're really thin wires. And so the way I fixed this was that there's a bunch of really thin wires, and I went ahead and connected all the negatives together, or ground wires. So I went ahead and connected all the negative wires together. As you see, speaker left negative, speaker right negative on the right hand side. On the left over here, it's hard to see, but ground right and ground left. Then I connected the positive for the right speaker and positive for the left speaker from the Bluetooth. So as you can see on the left side, it has the leads coming from the Bluetooth receiver for Bluetooth left and Bluetooth right. And so I connected those to the positive of the speaker for the right and the speaker for the left. And one important thing that I want to know is, if you look right here, this red cable, it was the auxiliary detect. It just says DET. That's a very important cable. If you don't connect that cable to your ground or negative, you're not going to be able to power on your Beat Solo wireless headphones. It's going to think that there is a something plugged into the headphone jack, so therefore it's not going to power on. So it's really important to connect that red DET auxiliary detect wire to the negative or the ground wires. So yeah, after doing this, I actually ended up soldering the cables together. So all the negatives along with the DET cable were connected together, and then the right positive, left positive were connected to the Bluetooth left and right accordingly. So at first I didn't connect the DET wire, and the headphones failed to power on with this power button here. But then after reading on what that DET wire, I didn't really understand what the DET was for. But then I read up on some forums that it stands for auxiliary detect, and basically detects if there's something plugged into the headphone jack here. So sure enough, after connecting the DET wire to the negative or ground wires, it was able to power on, and sure enough, I was able to play music through Bluetooth, and it works just fine. So the good thing is that my sister specifically said that she only uses them with Bluetooth. She never uses it hooked up with a wire. So I made the decision to go ahead and remove the headphone jack altogether and kind of hardwire everything so that the connections go directly from the Bluetooth receiver to the speakers, and also connected this auxiliary detect so that the headphones can power on. So sure enough, powered on, sound came out fine. I did have a little bit of a hard time soldering those small wires, but in the end I was able to do it. Spent a few hours on it, I must admit. But yeah, they're working now. They work great. So yeah, I was able to resolve the problem with no sound coming out of the right ear cup when connected through Bluetooth on these Beat Solo 3 wireless. So you guys might want to give this a try if you've tried absolutely everything and don't have any other resource left. You might want to try just removing the audio jack. That's most likely causing some kind of short, and just hooking up the wires, just solder them together. Again, you put all the negatives and grounds together along with the auxiliary detect wire, and you connect the Bluetooth right and left accordingly to the speakers. So I hope this helps somebody out, and I actually got to try the headphones for the first time. I never tried any Beats Audio headphones, and I was actually pretty impressed with them. These were definitely worth saving, and I'm gonna be giving these back to my sister. You know, it saved her about $200 or so, because these are worth somewhere between $200 to $300. So I was able to save them, and that's it. So hopefully this video helps somebody out. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever, comment down below, and I'll try my best to help you guys out if you have any questions. Till next time.